un jeu qui est sorti hier. Et je me suis dit que c'était le bon moment pour le faire. Voilà. Donc allons-y. En espérant qu'on m'entend bien. Alors, Boston, 1924. Edward Pierce, vétéran de la Première Guerre mondiale, noie ses souvenirs dans l'alcool et les somnifères. Il s'est reconverti en détective privé, mais peine à trouver une affaire capable de le sortir de cette torpeur. Pierce doit accepter au plus vite une nouvelle enquête ou risque de perdre sa licence. Entrée.
What a putrid offering. Don't fight. You have been chosen. Behold. Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
I hate whiskey. Been too long since I've slept in a bed. I wonder why I still take these things. Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Alors, agent Pierce, investigation. Le médecin a beau me répéter que je n'ai plus besoin de mon remède pour retenir les souvenirs à distance, je ne sais que si j'arrête les souvenirs vont me refaire surface. Un de ces matins. Je ne me réveillerai plus, probablement pas. Malgré le traitement, j'entends à nouveau des voix dans mes rêves. Mais elles ont différentes inconnues. Elles semblent émerger de profondeurs insondables et anciennes. Quelle créature innommable m'appelle? D'accord. Arme de compétence. Ok. Tableau de formation, inventaire.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy. I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce? Private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Ok, on va mettre des points de compétence. Donc ici, trouver objet caché. TEC, redonne la capacité de trouver des objets cachés. Améliore ses compétences augmente vos chances de découvrir des objets additionnels à l'objet non découvert n'apparaîtra pas avant. Éloquence. L'éloquence représente vos capacités à influencer vos interlocuteurs
up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the
Rasta,
table.
bah non.
Mr. Pierce, you still...
Non, non, non.
I'm coming.
Petit live aujourd'hui sur un jeu heureux. Comment tu vas sinon?
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected
Ah ouais,
anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me,
Ah,
it
comment
means
tu
you're
vas sinon?
desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a
Ah
fire.
d'accord, tu viens de te réveiller.
Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
T'as fait la Java?
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got?
Alors,
The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Ok. Ce qui me fait un stress maintenant, c'est quoi ça? Oh putain, mais t'es sérieux?
Its strange beauty isn't enough to hide the feeling of dread it carries. A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Une étiquette d'expédition. Elle est en partie lisible, mais je peux déchiffrer une partie de l'adresse entrepôt 36 Darkwater. Le rapport de police, il indique que le feu est parti du salon et a emporté toute la famille. Les flics concluent à un accident domestique, mais ils insistent quand même sur la fragilité mentale de Sarah Hawkins. Pourquoi? Une coupure de presse. Un article rédigé à l'occasion du mariage de Sarah et Charles Hawkins, un homme d'affaires originaire de l'île de Darkwater. Ils y vivent en reclus depuis avec leur fils unique Simon. Ok.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Sarah Hawkins habite
Darkwater? Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Ok. Le rapport pour l'instabilité psychologique.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Trompé d'interlocuteur.
I'm a private investigator, not an art critic.
I guess you're not as clever as you think, then. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
Her husband was a big deal on the island,
Oh.
but the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
Je suis
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right, I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater.
T'as pas vraiment le choix.
I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there. Natural sciences, linguistics. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston.
Place des îles
But I've never heard of it.
Atlantiques.
According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Alors, habité depuis le XIVe siècle, l'île de Darkwater recèle aujourd'hui encore des trésors abandonnés au fil des ans par ces tribus disparues. Mais le romantisme de ces touchants témoignages de croyances ainsi naïves que primitives ne doit pas faire oublier la violence de leurs divinités. Une créature gigantesque aux attributs tant marins qu'oniriques orne les murs des grottes autrefois habitées et lie les habitants actuels de l'île descendants des fiers baleiniers à l'histoire mystérieuse et tumultueuse de ce petit morceau de terre au large du Massachusetts.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
L'apprentissage de la santé, volume 1. Un ouvrage destiné aux internes et aux jeunes praticiens. Ce premier volume liste toutes les maladies connues du monde civilisé. Il en détaille les symptômes et les traitements adéquats. Ok. Je pense que c'est bon.
I used to be an avid reader.
Je peux y aller. Chapitre 12. Port de Darkwater. Pierce a accepté l'affaire Hawkins. L'artiste maudite est accusé d'avoir causé l'incendie qui l'a emporté ainsi que sa famille. Pour tout indice, il a laissé à son père une inquiétante toile, sur l'étiquette d'expédition, une adresse, un entrepôt situé sur le dock de l'île de Darkwater qui semble être le point de départ de l'enquête de Pierce. Ok. Bon, on va voir ce que ça donne. Entrer dans la folie.
Almost there. Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Police do their work. Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
You've seen how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
You can't do that.
But it's only a fish.
A fish?
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36. Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. They're cops. They can't understand.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. They're cops. They can't understand.
Allons-y au bar.
I see grounds for moderate. Well, there is no. And the weather is rough, and the winds do blow. There's little comfort.
Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
I see grounds for not right. Well, there is no. And the weather is rough, and the winds do blow, and there's a little comfort.
Pure instinct. I behaved like a Hun, and I sincerely apologize.
Veteran, huh?
307th Infantry Regiment.
Well, that'll be okay for now. But the war is over. Try not to forget it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Well, there is no. And the weather is rough, and the winds do blow, and there's a little comfort here.
J'étais sur Darkwater.
I'd sooner be snug in a dead fall tub, a drinking.
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dockwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
Sur Sarah O.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Elle a été plutôt étrange.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Torture?
Yeah? Well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I see grounds.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Of strong beer.
Alors,
I had the ways of the girly boys. I was better than the fire.
pas de prohibition par ici.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
Of strong beer.
I wouldn't say no to a glass.
Try this.
Girly boys. I was better than the fire. I say ground.
Cul-sec.
I think we'll get along well.
And the weather is rough, and the wind to blow. There people comfort here. I'd sooner be snug in a dead fall tub, a drink.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
I say grounds.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Je sais rien avoir d'autre. Donc revenir, je cherche
Do you know
l'entrepôt.
where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
The weather is rough,
Bon bah,
and the winds do blow.
That'll be all for now.
merci mec. Alors, est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un qui pourrait nous parler de ça?
In a dead fall tub, a
Des sales gueules, hein, les mecs.
drinking of strong beer.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Alors, le jeudi 21 mai 1947, pêche miraculeuse. Lucia rentre à la maison pour sauver Darkwater de la famine. Ne les attendait plus, l'équipage de Lucia, ou ce qu'il en reste, a regagné le port de Darkwater mardi en fin de journée. Les badauds se sont immédiatement pressés sur le quai pour accueillir le dernier baleinier de l'île. Quelle ne fut leur surprise de découvrir l'incroyable prise que le valeureux navire avait à son bord, d'une envergure qui dépasse même celle des redoutables baleines à dents, celle que l'on désigne déjà sous le nom de pêche miraculeuse, couvrait l'intégralité du pont et certains des membres des vassaux. Les marins survivants firent le terrible récit de sa périlleuse capture, mais aussi de sa richesse, incomparable tant par sa finesse que par son abondante qualité nutritive.